tweets here from Pop Turnus, me to Gianni DeCenzo about season 6, part 1 of Cobra Kai. Welcome back to the show, man. It's so good to see you as always.
Dude, thank you so much for having me. We were saying, what, this is the 6th time?
I think you're breaking records, man. I think you are.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I expect my trophy in the mail. Something.
It's crazy. You know, when it was announced, I think there were so many emotions going on. We talked when you were filming season 6. We're finally getting season 6 in 3 installments, which is crazy. Part 1. What was it like just getting the first scripts for this, man? Like when you first got the first scripts?
Dude, first of all, okay, when we were talking, it killed me not to say that we were going to get 15 episodes.
Yeah, because you knew about that.
Yeah, I knew about it. And, I try so hard not to, like, spoil it because it becomes second nature of, like, oh, yeah, we're doing 15 episodes. They would kill me. But, yeah, cat's out of the bag. Yeah, 15 episodes. It's really crazy getting the scripts because they try not to tell us what's going to happen. They don't want to spoil it until we get them. Like, I remember season 4, it was like the first time I got to compete in the All Valley tournament. They kept just telling us, you'll have to wait to find out who wins. So, I mean, we don't know. Just like, when people first get the episode, when we get the script, that's when we find out. Yeah, I'm trying to remember, make sure I don't spoil anything right now. Yeah, it's
just gonna drop all these spoilers and I have to post this on July 24th. It's fine.
I literally just came back from ADR, so I've seen some of the stuff that happens. It is insane.
Well, it's so funny because remember when you came on last time, I was like, welcome to the You Can't Say Nothing episode of Popternative of, season 6 Cobra Kai. You were like, yeah, that's valid.
Yep, it sucks. I have to literally just bite my tongue, not say.
But by the time this interview is out, the episodes for the first 5 will be out. Cool stuff for Dimitri this season. I find it's interesting because I love the, Hawk Dimitri that kind of relationship, right? So what was that like, knowing that it's just been kind of a pinball match, a ping pong match with that character? What was it like seeing that kind of dynamic with Jacob for this season?
Dude, I will say the Binary Bros have a tough time figuring out their relationship. It hasn't always been easy in the past, especially, when limbs started to break. But they're tight, man. They love each other. They love each other so much. And I think really they are binary bros. They're brothers at this point. They've known each other for, I want to say, their whole life, just about. Grew up on the same street, went to the same, kindergarten, all the way up to high school. Yeah, and I also just love working with Jacob in general. He's a pretty cool guy when he's not hogging all the Uncrustables on set. But I think that this season in particular, again, without spoiling too much, is going to be a really interesting look into our relationship. I think it's fair to say that our friendship is tested. Again, I can't spoil too much, but we are tested like no other time before. So yeah, crazy.
So here's the thing. It can't be a new season of Cobra Kai unless there's some dojo swaps, right? Like it's always going to happen. So I'm just wondering, when did that start kind of sinking in? Was it like season 3, season 4, where you're like, okay, this is a thing now? Like someone always betrays someone. Like, I'm just curious, was it even earlier before that? Like when did that start sinking in for you as an actor?
Dude, I don't know. It's so hard to keep track sometimes. I have like a corkboard on my wall somewhere with like red thread going here and there, just trying to keep track of who belongs where. At this point, anyone could show up in the dojo and I'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, they're a part of it. I accept that. I'm just grateful that Dimitri, for the most part, hasn't flip-flopped too much. He tried Cobra Kai and then ultimately,
he did.
He tried it twice.
He tried Cobra Kai.
Dude, he gave it the college.
That was season 1, eh?
Yeah, I was 15. That was like 7 years ago. I'm 22 now.
Oh my goodness! And then but
waste.
But one of the best things too about Cobra Kai is this balance of like these, emotional kind of like scenes with relationships and everything, and then obviously the karate and the action and everything. What do you think about that balance when you're reading scripts? And then how does that kind of balance translate when you go film it specifically? Because I feel like it's 50-50 in Cobra Kai.
Dude, I mean, Miyagi-Do, the whole motto is balance, but I don't think that we can manage to balance anything. I, in life, just have terrible balance. So, yeah, I'm hoping to learn something this season. Or, maybe this season we'll figure out how to balance out all of the different personalities, different people, the good and the bad. Because I will say it is really cool, though, that, speaking of balance, there isn't a clear-cut bad guy, necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're on a show called Cobra Kai, and we're fighting against Cobra Kai, but then also sometimes we're not. And then, like you said, people are flip-flopping all back and forth. So, yeah, as far as balance goes, hopefully this season. I try. I just hold on tight.
There's so much that goes that happens before you go to camera for a new season of Cobra Kai, right, Gianni? It's so crazy and everything, right? So I'm just wondering, in a lot of ways, you can look at it as one journey from one or two journeys from a storytelling perspective, right? You can look at it as before filming Cobra Kai and after filming it, or do you see it as one big journey with multiple steps? What do you think about that?
I mean, so we film like pretty much everything in Georgia, and that's when we do all of our, pre-production fight choreography and training and stuff like that. So I kind of see it as one big journey. We get there to Georgia and we are in it for the long haul. This season in particular, 15 episodes, it took the longest it's ever taken to film, even when we were filming during COVID. So yeah, I think it is all just kind of one journey, but maybe you could say there's a subsection of journeys. Because we spent about 2 weeks or so just working on fight choreography.
Yeah.
And then because, our amazing stunt team, they train us, they get busier as we start to film stuff. So then we do a lot of on and off training throughout the whole season. So it's a very condensed amount of karate, which is awesome. I get to learn karate for free.
And then like a third journey of like doing press without spoiling anything, which is a journey.
Yeah, then you have the post filming. Like I said, I did ADR. I have, I think, a few more sessions of that. We got the premiere coming out on the 17th.
Yep.
We did a couple of press days. A lot of fun stuff there. I love doing the press stuff. It's
100%.
You just kind of screw around with people.
We did like one of the first ever like Cobra Kai drafts here at Pop Turner. Did you remember that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That was.
I don't know. This is like the hell month, I would say.
Yeah, I know. It's so crazy. What can you tell me about the pace of filming Cobra Kai? Like, does it depend on the day? Is there an overall pace it feels like adrenaline-wise to film like a season, especially the final season? Like, what can you say about the overall pace of it?
I mean, it's I think a little different with this final season just because there's a lot more emotion. This is like the last time that we're going to be doing this. So I think we pace ourselves a little bit more, just kind of taking in the moment. But it does definitely depend, episode to episode, how fast we have to go. Because if there are, episodes where it's all fighting throughout the entire episode, I think we take about 2 weeks or so to film an episode, especially, with fights and stuff like that. You got to take your time. But you do also have to, move fast. And then for the other stuff where we're just like kind of talking about the fight to come, that can kind of be a bit quicker. So I would say it takes about 2 weeks or so, but there's no downtime in those 2 weeks.
And this season is the last season, but this is also a season that has like a thing that everyone's talking about, right? Like the Sekai Taikai, right? Where like there's been some seasons of Cobra Kai where we go back, right? We're like, okay, we're picking up where we left off, right? Like dojo swaps and everything. But this is like one of those seasons where it's like there's like this kind of like set goal for the season, right? Of like getting to this big global tournament, right? So what was that like kind of, without big spoilers, like what was that like getting in the mode for the tournament, so to speak?
Dude, I mean, it was kind of like actually training for a tournament, because we do all this, it was crazy. We do all this stunt training, and we're the ones having to do about 95% of the fight scenes, except for, the obviously dangerous, life-threatening things. We have some really awesome stunt people for that. But yeah, we literally just train like we are about to go into a tournament. And we have some amazing trainers. Master Tony, he actually trained people for the Olympics.
Wow.
He taught us. Yeah, he's insane. We would do this one exercise where everyone would be in a circle. This sounds like a fight club. Everyone would be in a circle, and then Master Tony would be in the center, and he'd call one person out at a time to come kind of spar with him. And you could tell he's kind of like holding back a little bit, but it's still pretty challenging for us. That's stuff like that's pretty fun. And then I think I wasn't there that day, but there was a kicking competition to see who could kick the highest. It was between Jacob and a guy named Brandon. We'll see him later this season. He's also a master at Taekwondo, so he won.
By the way, I fibbed. Dimitri was not in Cobra Kai in season 1. It was season 2 because you left that bad review, right?
Yeah. Well, wait.
Or like
was
3. It wasn't 1.
No. He did try to join Cobra Kai season 1. Yeah. Because he
season
talked to
2 or 3 was the whole thing where like Hawk was like full on bad guy, and then wanted to get you because you wrote a bad review.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Dude, it was like so long ago now. Dude, I know.
It's so crazy.
My brain's melting.
It's like I love the show so much, and like it means the world to so many people. It must be so cool to see like how much people like love the show.
Yeah, I mean 1,000%. I mean, this is kind of the dream as an actor to be able to, I love making this show, and it's awesome to see just how much people love seeing it. And yeah, we, again, wouldn't be anywhere without the fans, obviously. And I'm just grateful that we were able to make kind of a Karate Kid continuation that people could enjoy. Because I know at the time when it was first coming out onto YouTube, there was a lot of speculation as far as like, oh my God, no, this might not be good. It might suck. But luckily we have an amazing team of writers, John, Josh, and Hayden, the creators of the show. They are super fans. So they know what the fans want, and yeah, it's awesome.
I
love it.
You know this because you've been on the show many times, but like I don't like going into big spoilers or like big plot details because I feel like it's just it's so easy to like start this conversation that just leads to spoilers. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah, 1,000%. Yeah, I'm trying very carefully. My mind has been on press time, like, okay, don't say this, but do say that. I thought the
funniest thing was when I asked you, like, last time we talked about, like, what you could say. You literally were like, we know it's going to be crazy.
Dude, okay.
Which is like, duh. You know what I mean?
I could not say anything. I still can't say it. All I can say is just about every scene fighting something.
There's a lot of fighting. Man. Well, the last season 5, like that was like a 90s action movie at Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Like that was nuts. Protect the egg. That whole thing was nuts.
We gotta go big, man. This is the last time. 15 episodes. Murder. I don't know, something.
It's gonna be crazy. And no, I'm like honestly, man, it's like, it's so crazy to see how your character has developed. Congratulations, man. Seriously, I just want to say that.
Thank you, man.
And it was so great chatting with you as always, Johnny. Thank you so much for coming back on the show.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
7th time. Next time.
Well, we did
after the show. After it comes out.
We did an Instagram live during the pandemic, and people lost their minds. Do you remember? Everyone was like, I think it was before a season of Cobra Kai, and like. Literally, the chat was like, "When's the new season coming? When's the new season?" And you had to say like many times, "It's coming, guys. We just don't know when." It's
coming one day. One of these days, it's gonna be coming out. But I can say now, 17th. Oh no, wait, 18th. I think it comes out 17th. We premiere it. Boom.
Absolutely. Instagram is Gianni DeCenzo for people to keep up to date with everything.
Yes, yeah, Gianni DeCenzo, just first last.
Awesome. We'll see you Pop Turn if youtube.com/Pop Turn previous episodes. Until next time, this is Gianni DeCenzo, who of course plays Dimitri in Cobra Kai season 6, part 1, streaming now worldwide on Netflix. Until next time, it's Gianni and PD Beats signing out.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.